What's up, y'all? It's your girl Stacey the Intuitive. Welcome back to my channel. So we're doing a reading today. We're gonna get straight into it. Just any messages that y'all need to hear right now. Messages for your highest and greatest good. This is a protected space. You can always feel safe here. We're only looking for things that are in your highest and greatest good, connecting with the most benevolent energies, and always connecting to the Most High. So we're gonna go ahead and get some messages. I have just like a classic Modern Witch Tarot, and I also have the Kipper deck. We have right off the bat, we have the Strain card and Bad Health. Good combination to see together. You guys might be overcoming some unhealthy patterns, addictions, whatever have you. But whatever you need to hear to get you through your situation right now, that's what I hope to offer. There have been so many times on my journey where I just like, I need a message. I'm like, God, I'm reaching out to you. Like, where are you? Help me. Like reaching out to my team, help me. I just need a message. So I hope that I can offer that to you guys today. Like, if you're here, it's because you're meant to be here, okay? And guys, I don't really like the clickbaity, like, if you're here, you're meant to be here, but I might start using those because I know that that's what the algorithm likes, but I will put in my thumbnail something that relates to the reading. And if you're here, I need you to use your discernment. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. You know your story better than anyone. Like, don't let some title tell you that you're supposed to be here. If you get on and you're like, oh, this is not sitting well with my spirit, get off the video. This is not just about my content, it's about anyone's content, okay? So we have the Queen of Swords here. I feel here right off the bat that the energy of the people who are watching this, you guys, you mean business right now. You don't want to like receive any BS. You don't want people trying to come to you crazy. It's almost like it's an insult, which that does happen a lot. Like, that's the energy with the Queen of Swords. It feels like an insult. You're taking anybody who's trying to treat you crazy or treat you like you don't know what's going on as insulting you. I just feel this very no nonsense attitude about this Queen of Swords here. Oh yeah, Queen of Swords. So sorry if you're seeing my messy room behind. Of course she wanted to fall, but we got the Queen of Swords. But then we have the Six of Wands here, which is reiterating this message even further, y'all. So this is this energy. This is kind of like an internal energy, I feel. You guys are in this space where you mean business. You know what the truth is. You feel you're like having this moment of self-recognition for your ability to stand in your truth, for your ability to hold space for the truth. There might have been circumstances where people around you are not holding space for the truth. People around you are not valuing the truth. They're not honoring the truth. But there's this stage that you're kind of standing on, you know, metaphorical stage, where it really feels like you are wielding your sword and you are doing it in such a way where you can feel honorable for holding that position, for holding that power. It's like you were meant to do this in a way. Let me just get a little deeper. Sometimes I have to be willing to take these readings slower for myself as well, just so I can really pick up on the messages, because when I try to go really fast, I can lose a little bit of the detail. And so, yeah, I feel like you're also encouraging the people around you to show up in this way by showing up in this way. And that's what I mean. It's like you're holding space for that. Like, you're holding that expectation of people. You're like, I have a sword. If you don't wield it, I'll wield mine. So who's going to do it? And it's like you're encouraging other people to maintain this stance here. And with that, we do have the Page of Wands, which I'm very intrigued about how that relates here, right? Like, that talks about inspiration. It talks about new beginnings. It talks about like a spark within you. I do feel here that you guys kind of stepping into this power position, it does bring about this newfound like sense of inspiration. Like, this is kind of guiding you. It's like there's a passageway through this new stance. It's like a circumstance that you were recently in or that you're currently in that's calling you to kind of be this like truth harbinger. Is that the word? You know, to harbor the truth, to hold the truth, to honor the truth. This energy that's calling you to do this is really leading you to this space of like being inspired. Like, it's kind of like it's revealing a calling to you, so to speak, right? Like, this energy of the Six of Wands and Page of Wands makes the Seven of Wands, and I almost am feeling like the guardian, like a guardian, like you're a guardian of truth in a way. Like, I really like that. I think that might be what this is called, depending on how the rest of the reading progresses, but you are a guardian of truth. More with the swords. We have the Six of Swords here coming right after the Page of Wands, and that to me means like whatever this calling is, whatever this Page of Wands energy is, like this spark within you, this fire that has been ignited, right? Like, it's like a little flame that's burning within you. it's kind of a rite of passage in a way, because I do see the Six of Swords as my rite of passage card, but I also feel like it is bringing you to a completely different space. Like, it's creating real life movement for you. Like, it's bringing you to a different space. More swords. We have the Knight of Swords here. I'm gonna keep these all in a row. Interesting. Mind you, this is the Seven of Swords. I feel like there's this message of caution to, on this new journey, don't be too rash, don't be too impulsive as you move forward on this journey. I feel like this is the energy of like when you get an opportunity, right? And you go telling people, like, what's coming to mind is like, yeah, I just got this new job and they're doing this and this and this and this. And like, you're telling all these people all these things you're going to do with this new job, all these things about the new job. It's like you're kind of rushing it. It's not like you're lying, but it's like you're moving a little bit too fast with that Knight of Swords energy, with like whatever news you're sharing or expressing about this move forward. I do feel like it could be like a little self-sabotaging, right? I think that there's just a necessity here because you are the guardian of truth. So with the guardian of truth, okay, it's coming together. It's not saying that there's anything wrong with expressing, but with the guardian of truth energy, there's something that you're moving towards that you're gonna want to feel prompted to tell people about. That's okay. But being the guardian of truth means being able to withhold this nature. Keep in mind, this is the Queen of Swords, not the King. So she just came from the Knight. So it would be very easy to go back. I feel like like we were saying, stepping into this Queen of Swords energy, it provides this rite of passage, but you have to be weary of getting into this Seven of Swords that is inevitably created by this Knight of Swords and Six of Swords, right? This comes about through you not remembering, right? Like if you were initiated to this Queen of Swords energy, it would be like you not remembering or taking enough time to really soak in what initiating or like integrating that Queen of Swords energy brought you, so that when you go on to the next thing, you're able to bring that with you. So just be mindful. I don't feel any like real warning signs about that. I don't even think that it would necessarily be too harmful. I just feel that this truth, whatever it is, like wherever you're moving, whatever this newfound inspiration is bringing you, there is a level of it wanting to be guarded, right? It wanting to be guarded. And so as long as you guys are open to guarding this truth, that will help you out along the way. I'm feeling called to this deck. I want to ask some more questions, but at the same time, I'm going to try this and then we're going to see where we go. So let's get a little bit more. So you have the pathway card. Just tells me like, yeah, this is like leading you down a path. I think the whole intention for this is about tuning into your purpose in some way, right? Pathway coffin. Imprisonment. Okay. So there's a pathway that's ending. Like plain and simply. Feels like there's a pathway somewhere that maybe you were going, a direction that you were going in that comes to an ending, right? But there's this energy of imprisonment that comes right after. What I see when I see these cards together, it's a pathway. It's like a pathway that you put to rest. Yeah. A pathway that you put to rest. The reason I say that is because you're imprisoned in it. Right? Like the imprisonment aspect comes from you being imprisoned. It's not from like a pathway ending. It's like you are in there imprisoned, which is what brought it to an end. Which is stopping you from like moving in some way. We're gonna have to get deeper into this because I'm not sure where it's taking me. See how this all ties together. So talk to me. What is the pathway? Where is this pathway leading? What is this about? Child. Okay, so this is something that you once looked at with very innocent eyes. Like this could be like an inner child dream, which would make sense if we're talking about closing pathways off. So what is the coffin card, please? What's ending? What is that? Something that you were invested in for a long time. I feel like you stopped doing it, whatever it was. Something that's really natural to you, which is why you're imprisoned in it. Tell me about imprisonment. Main female. So this could be about your feminine energy, something that you were typically receptive to. Well, yeah, if you're not able to receive, then that might feel like being imprisoned. So guys, what I'm really getting here is that there's a path that you put to rest at some point, and you've been imprisoned in it for a really long time, okay? You're supposed to be moving forward. There's a journey that you're supposed to be moving forward to, but it's because of the fact that you have imprisoned whatever this pathway is within you that you can't progress. If you would simply not have this thing be at rest, or whatever trait about this thing is, and I want to tie these things back. Queen of Swords encourages you to step into this energy of truth, right? If whatever job that you're supposed to be doing, or whatever work you're supposed to be doing in this world, or whatever way you're supposed to be showing up involves that Queen of Swords energy, but at some point you lock that away, some point you close that off, then that would be an imprisoning factor. Let me give an example that might help. For example, like I used to sing, and I still sing. I'm a singer till this day, but that was a dream of mine that I no longer indulge. Like, I'm not necessarily like, oh my gosh, I want to be a singer, but that was at one point a very important part of my life, right? And that was a pathway. And some could say that there's a part of me that's imprisoned in that pathway, that part of me that wanted to be a singer. But for me personally, I do try to integrate that because I know the necessity of singing to me, right? And so there would be this importance to, like, there would be a need to go and retrieve this part of me, but before I could ever go on a pathway that would need my voice, even if it's singing or not. And I mean, it seems like this would all be about me, right? But I guess I just resonate with it because I know what that's like. I've kind of been on a similar path. But yeah, like with the Queen of Swords, like it just resonates, right? But that's the imagery that I got from this. And so there's this energy of like needing to go and retrieve, and I guess that's where this Knight of Swords and Six of Swords energy comes from. It's like, if you don't guard this truth in a way, there could be some self-sabotaging here. So tell me about this Knight of Swords energy then. What is the collective, like, what is this Knight of Swords energy? What is this? Okay, so some cards fell out. We got multiple cards. Okay, we got the Six of Cups, the past, right? There's like something of your past, and you get to plant a seed from the past. It's like going back to a memory, and it helps you plant a seed now to become abundant and emotionally fulfilled. So it, you know, with that King of Pentacles and King of Pentacles and King of Cups. So something from your past that you get to plant a new seed in the present in order to create some type of abundance and emotional fulfillment. Now, that's that Knight of Swords energy. Now, that might be you going on and yapping and being like, oh my gosh, like, I'm doing this. It's like telling people about the pursuit for some reason is not advised. And typically, I'm going to be honest, I don't ever think that by telling people you can ruin a pursuit. But I do think that in this circumstance, like circumstances like this, I understand. In this circumstance, the reason that it's not advised to share information, to like not guard the truth, is because there is a sacred truth to retrieve here, especially being in this imprisoned energy, right? So if there is like a piece of truth or information within you that you need to retrieve from some part of your soul in order to move forward, other people can cloud that. Other people can ruin that. Like, let's go back to the singing example. Say that like I gave up that dream of singing, and like I was called in some way to utilize my voice that really inspired me to go use it in a different way, like transmute or innovate. And from that space, as I'm moving forward into this new season, I tell someone like that, like what I'm going through, and they kind of like discourage me by telling me like, you know, remember what happened last time when you tried to sing, or something like that, or whatever it is. It's not even that you have to be doing the exact same thing, but there's some reason that this truth wants to be guarded. I think this energy takes on very interesting nuances. Like the guardian of truth is someone who upholds the truth and holds others to the standard of truth, but also someone who like protects their own truth, protects the unfoldment of information that's wanting to come through. And so that's that, y'all. I really want to hear more about this energy of the Queen of Swords and Six of Wands that gets you to step into this. So like, what's tea about that? We have Knight of Pentacles, which just tells me that you committed to a pursuit, right? You committed to a pursuit. I feel like maybe you guys had to go on. Oof, I'm getting some other messages here. It gives me the energy of like, maybe you guys underwent a path. Like this was like something in progress that you didn't know was coming to fruition, and you're finally kind of moving to this stage where you're seeing the fruits of your labor, right? And maybe with that Knight of Swords energy, there's this urge to tell people for whatever reason. Maybe it's because whatever reason, hold it, because the reason like, I feel like the way that it happened, the way that your circumstance unfolded, it was meant to unfold that way. And if this does end early, guys, let me just say, like, that's just where it's supposed to end, okay? I don't have that much memory, but I am buying a camera within the next 2 weeks so that I can just have a camera specifically for this, because I'm tired of it too, like the cutting off of the videos and all that. We're getting a new camera either tomorrow or sometime soon. Like, it's always hard for me to just bite the bullet and get it, but God has blessed me to be able to get it, so I'm just gonna make sure that I do that soon. But anyway, like I was saying, I feel like this was a pursuit that you guys underwent, and it's victorious. It ends up being victorious, and it was based specifically on your truth, your understanding. And you know what, I feel like the energy that's coming through for me is like, when you go through those types of energies where you have to go based solely on your understanding and you reach the other side, naysayers and, you know, people who might have doubted you, or people who don't like think the same way as you, that simple, they can have a tendency to sour your victory, but like just because of the fact of you having a different result than what they had expected. So keep that in mind. Protect your truth, y'all. Maintain, like, make sure you can get very solidified in it and actualize to where you're going before you let other people put their energy on whatever you're experiencing.